going to call our meeting to order. This is our May 5th, 2020 Mason County Board of Commissioners meeting, commission meeting. Kevin, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You know, Madam Chair, I still love that we have the right ability to do that in the
Me
meeting.
too. Me too.
Growing up, did it every day as a kid, and then it stops.
Yeah. All right, so during this special time, we are following the proclamation by the governor, and our commission meetings are temporarily prohibited to be visited by public. There was an extension sent yesterday from the governor's office extending our public meeting restriction through May 31st. Just wanted everyone to know that. All right. The clerk, call roll, please.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I'm here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
I'm here. Thank you. Moving on to item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Do we have correspondence?
Yes, Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in a letter stating liquor license number 406648 for North Shore Place has been discontinued. Pam Balls sent in an application for the Lodging Tax Advisory Committee Advisory Board, LTAC. Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in a change of corporate officers / stockholders application for Toucan Farms. And also they sent in a liquor license application for Potlatch Brewing Company.
All right, thank you. All right, so this is kind of a special week, just kind of. We have 3 proclamations. The first one is the National Correction Officers and Employee Week, and I'm going to read that one. Try to put my glasses on. Proclamation, National Correction Officers and Employees Week. Whereas the Mason County Sheriff's Office is committed to together maintain custody, security, and control of the county's jail in a safe, efficient, and constitutional manner. And whereas correctional employees are unseen and often unappreciated, dedicated professionals who choose a career as community servants who manage a diverse group of individuals, some of whom are violent, mentally ill, and dangerous. And whereas correctional employees are integral to ensuring the citizens of Mason County are protected from people who the criminal justice system has determined are not safe to be at large in our communities. And whereas in 1984, President Ronald Reagan designated the second week of May as National Correction Officers and Employees Week. Now therefore, be it resolved, the Mason County Board of County Commissioners proclaims the second week of May 2020 as National Corrections Officers and Employees Week in Mason County. Done in open session this 5th day of March 2020. Kevin, would you like to come forward?
I guess we can't really shake,
No.
but thank you.
This one.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you. Please tell everyone over there how much we truly appreciate them.
Thank you.
All right, the second one is a proclamation. It's National Police Week.
Madam Chair, thank you for allowing me to read this. Proclamation, National Police Week, May 10th through 16th. Whereas Congress and the President of the United States have declared May 15th, 2019 as Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week in which it falls as National Police Week. And whereas there are approximately 900,000 law enforcement officers serving in the communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of the Mason County Sheriff's Office, Shelton Police Department, Skokomish Indian Tribe, Squaxin Indian Tribe, Washington State Patrol, Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, Washington Department of Corrections, and other state and federal agencies. And whereas the members of our law enforcement agencies play an essential role in safeguarding our community. And whereas it is important for all residents to know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of their law enforcement agencies, and that members of our law enforcement agencies recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting against violence and disorder, and by protecting the innocent and most vulnerable among us. Whereas the service and sacrifice of officers killed in the line of duty should be honored, remembered, and recognized during this dedicated week and throughout the year. Now, therefore, the Mason County Board of Commissioners call upon residents of Mason County to observe the week of May 10th through 16th, 2020 as National Police Week, recognizing all law enforcement officers, past and present, who, by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities, have rendered a dedicated service to their communities. Be it further resolved that the Mason County Board of Commissioners call upon residents to observe May 15th, 2019 as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and to honor the law enforcement officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have been disabled in the performance of their duties, and recognize and pay respect to the survivors of the fallen law enforcement officers. Dated this day, May 5th, 2020, Mason County Board of County Commissioners. Thank you guys for all your service, all the effort you put in to make sure that all of our families get to enjoy the lives that we do. We couldn't do it without you.
Thank you.
All right, we have proclamation honoring Mason County High School 2020 graduate.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a proclamation honoring Mason County High School graduates in the class of 2020. Whereas the 2019-2020 academic year and commencement ceremonies have been suspended due to the global coronavirus pandemic. And whereas family, friends, neighbors, and educators should encourage everyone to focus on the abilities of all young people and honor their hard work. And whereas Mason County students in North Mason, Shelton, and Mary M. Knight school districts have contributed greatly to our community. And whereas the most effective way to increase awareness to the value of education and to honor graduating seniors is through everyone's active participation in community activities and the openness to learn and acknowledge each individual's abilities, talents, and contribution, and the importance of education. And whereas during this generational challenge, our students represent a bright future and will continue along the path of service and leadership in our community and nation. And whereas we encourage all citizens to support opportunities for graduating seniors in our community, including military service, higher education, trades, housing, employment, and recreational activities. Now therefore, the Board of Mason County Commissioners hereby recognizes the high achievement of graduating members of the class of 2020, and on behalf of the residents of Mason County offer our heartfelt congratulations. And be it further resolved, the Board of Mason County Commissioners does hereby proclaim the month of May 2020 as High School Senior Recognition Month. Go Bulldogs, High Climbers, and Owls.
Get down with the bad selves.
And Commissioners, without objection, I would also like to extend an invitation to the graduating seniors class speakers, those students who were designated to address their commencements, that once we get back to allowing open sessions here, that we invite those students to come and share those graduation remarks with us. And for folks that watch on Mason Web TV, it would be a shame to lose their insight, especially given the circumstances that we're all going through. So if there's no objection, once we get back to normal, I'd like to extend that invitation to those seniors.
Not only no objection, Commissioner, that is an incredibly brilliant idea. Very much appreciated.
Yes, thank you for thinking
Great.
of that. It's
Thank you.
perfect. Nope, thank you. All right, let's move on to item number 5. This is the time we let our citizens have input. On the screen, for those of you that are watching, is the contact information. So you can call in. You can also email. The email address is on the screen, or it is mdrury@co.mason.wa.us. Did anything come in?
I have not received any email.
Okay, great. All right. Let's move on to item number 6, adoption of today's agenda.
Madam Chair, I move for adoption of the agenda as presented.
Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, let's move on to item number 7.
Sorry.
I love it. Approval of minutes.
Not gonna beat my enthusiasm for these minutes, let me tell you. Madam Chair, I move
I've read them
approval.
3 times. No.
Madam Chair, I move approval of April 13th and April 21st, 2020 briefing minutes, and April 21st, 2020 regular meeting minutes as presented.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the April 13th and April 21st, 2020 briefing minutes and April 21st, 2020 regular meeting minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. All right, let's move on to item number 8. Approval of the action agenda. Commissioners will read through the action agenda and pull off any that would like to be discussed or a separate vote. I will read items 8.1 through 8.4. Commissioner Schutte, if you could read 8.5 through 8.8. Commissioner Netherland, if you could read 8.9 through 8.13, and I will hand this to you.
I was going to say that I'm going to need another sheet of paper because I don't have that one.
I'll hand it to you. All right, item 8.1. Approval to extend lead pay for Jessica Cohen and Darnell Arndt until the Public Works Finance Manager position is filled. Item 8.2, approval of an ordinance describing amendments to Title 17 relating to the Belfair Urban Growth Area. This ordinance was originally adopted December 5th, 2017, and was not properly updated in the Mason County Code. No changes have been made to the ordinance. Item 8.3, approval of warrants and treasurer electronic remittances. Claims Clearing Fund warrants number 8071709 through 8072292 in the amount of $713,664.61. Item 8.4, approval of the resolution amending Resolution 2020-30, Mason County Pandemic and Public Health Emergency Response and Recovery for County Employees' Policies and Procedures. Although the partial closure is continued until the governor's stay home, stay healthy order is expired, the county will no longer offer closure pay and extra duty pay effective 12:01 a.m. on May 5th, 2020 to county employees.
Item 8.5, approval of a resolution amending Resolution 43-16, authorizing Frank Pinter to sign Recreation and Conservation Office Youth Athletic Facilities contracts. Item 8.6, approval of Mason County best practices for employees returning to work. Item 8.7, approval to extend the suspension of certain limitations in County Code, Chapter 2.88, meetings of Board of County Commissioners regarding commissioner participation in commissioner meetings via conference call or video conference, and requirement that 2 commissioners be physically present. This suspension is until May 31st, 2020. And item 8.8, approval to pay Kel Rowan and Alex Pacey at salary range 46, step 0, effective April 5th, 2020, for working in a higher class due to the Director of Community Services' absence in the office because of COVID-19 duty officer assignment. This special pay shall be removed when the Director of Community Services is no longer working at emergency management in response to the COVID-19 health emergency.
Madam Chair, item number 8.9 reads, approval of request for qualifications, RFQ for grant writing services. Item number 8.10, approval to establish the Leave Sharing Board pursuant to the Major Disaster Leave Sharing Plan as the following 3 members, Chair of the Board of County Commissioners, Budget Manager, and Chief Deputy Prosecuting Attorney. Item number 8.11, approval of amendment number 3 with the Community Lifeline contract number CL 2019-2021.3 to extend overnight shelter operations through May 31st, 2020. Item number 8.12, approval of the contract with Burke Consulting for the Planned Action EIS for the Belfair Sub-Area Plan. Item number 8.13, approval for the auditor to purchase ballot sorter equipment in the amount of $65,000 via piggybacking on Island County's RFQ. Mason County has an ILA with Island County. This is 100% grant funded EIEIO. All those initials, I just.
least it wasn't CDBG.
Yeah. Hey, you got it today.
Yeah.
Did you practice on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, now that we've read through the action agenda, is there any items you would like to be removed for separate discussion or separate vote?
No, ma'am.
Nope. All right, how about a motion?
Madam Chair, I move approval of the action items 8.1 through 8.13 as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve items 8.1 through 8.13. Thank you. As presented. All in favor?
Aye.
And action agenda is approved. Moving on to item number 9. Do we have any department heads or elected officials? Would you like to say anything?
No, just other than thank you for recognizing the corrections staff this week.
Thank you for all you do.
We're gonna have a little appreciation lunch, on Thursday, right? This Thursday from 11:30 to 1. So if you guys the commissioner wants to stop by and have a hamburger, it'll be right outside there on the east side of the jail, so. You guys are invited to come over.
Right.
Thank you.
Say hi to the deputies if you like.
You have an amazing team.
Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we have no public hearing today. Let's move on to item number 11, board reports and calendars. Commissioner Netherland, if you'd like to go first, Commissioner Schutte, and then I'll follow.
So this last week I met with the director of ARC and some of the board members. Congressman Kilmer had another webinar meeting where I gotta tell you, I sure appreciate him and how much he does care about this area. Some of the issues we bring up, I get contact right away back from him and his staff to try and get these things and issues taken care of. So again, just a pat on the back and a thank you for Congress Kilmer and his office. Coronavirus webinars, several of them, business owners have been contacting me, trying to find ways and asking how they can prepare to get themselves open. Had a WIRA 15 special meeting, a left board meeting. We'll be meeting with Commissioner Ed Wolf from Kitsap County in regards to rail access, a rail yard up in the North Mason area, and potential new roads up in that back area from Kitsap County. I have a WIRA 15 meeting again. That's our famous 4.5-hour meeting. Mason Transit Policy meeting and more coronavirus webinars, as well as some meetings with other business owners in the area again, and brings us back to starting all over again.
Just a couple of quick things. I also just like to use our action agenda term, piggyback on Commissioner Netherland's comments about Congressman Kilmer. I was on a different webinar with him. It was done through the Association of Washington Businesses along with Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler. Different parties represent different parts of the state, sharing the same frustrations though that a lot of us have in terms of getting everything in place that we need to get in place to have a safe reopen, getting people connected with services that they desperately need right now, whether they be state or federal relief programs. And I can tell you that we're in a lot of meetings. We have a lot of different interactions with people across the state, but it's so refreshing in this day and age and everything that we're going through to see two people from two different political parties working together to get results for their constituents. And I think regardless of what we see in the media, regardless of what we kind of see on social media, and maybe in particular, there are people across the political spectrum working hard to get results for the people that they represent. And I can tell you that was refreshing and ultimately kind of inspiring to see that level of cooperation. So just got to give it to people for coming together like that. Moving forward, I have a meeting of the Hood Canal Coordinating Council Shellfish Group later this week. Also have a meeting with Scott Brewer from the Hood Canal Coordinating Council. Also anticipate having a MACECOM board meeting as well as the RIA 14 Watershed Planning Group. That's it.
All via Zoom.
All via Zoom. All from the comfort of my own home office.
Nice. So every morning is I call it our COVID team meetings. it's got other acronyms, but I won't go into that one. So we have those, let's see, and then the canvassing board. So we did have an election, and we'll have a canvassing board Thursday and finalizing it on Friday. Pack Mountain budget review. WASC has a weekly webinar on Fridays. And that brings us back to Monday. And don't forget, Mother's Day is Sunday. So whether it's your biological mother, the pet mom, mothers need to be recognized. So don't forget. And there are other things going on too, but, all right. Is that it?
Well, Madam Chair, I'll add on that Mother's Day, it is an essential service to go out and purchase gifts. And for your safety and wellness in your family, it is also essential. So
That's right.
it's okay to go to your house to do that. No excuses on this one.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
I'll just say Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Madam Chair, I move we adjourn.
Second.
We're adjourned.